Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using The Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. Let's see. Companion books by Barbara Moore. I don't use it, but still, if you are a fan of Barbara Moore or you want to check that out, there you go. There's a website, llewellyn.com. I believe the updated website is usgamesinc.com. But if you look up Cyril Marchetti and the name of this deck, you should easily find stuff for Cyril. Or if you look up Barbara Moore and you look up this deck, you should find stuff for them. Cool, great. All right, supportive oracle cards. Energy oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. There's a Hay House radio at the back here. If you take out radio and just do hayhouse.com, I believe you'll find stuff. If you look up Sandra's full name and the name of the deck, you'll find stuff. So feel free to check that out any way you wish. Enjoy, if you decide to. Could be a little fun treasure hunt, maybe. Who knows? What do we have for Sag? Hoping that's all we're going to do with that. 3 cards at the bottom. So what is all? Okay. Something random going on around. It's like on the peripheral. It's like if you're on the inside of the circle and the situation you are dealing with is on the inside of the circle, there's something happening outside the circle that's definitely affecting what's going on here. Let's stop it with that. Stop it. What is going on? Okay. It's regarding somebody you very much like who is lying through their teeth. Okay. Why? This is a very tricky one. So, you get deceit with justice. Is that not fun? No, it is not. Somebody's trying to avoid a fight is what they're trying to do. The thing is, my experience with Sagittarius is like they're not looking for a fight usually. They want to get along. My experience with Sagittarius. So if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. And just let me know in the comments. But Sagittarius usually likes peace. They just kind of like, oh, it's not going well, I'll just go do something else. They're kind of like, let's just move forward. Let's just keep going. They don't usually like to fight, in my opinion. They will, if you corner them especially. I feel like they will. They just don't look for it, is how I have interpreted Sagittarius. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Of course, you know, there's more than your sun sign in your chart. I get that. Somebody's trying to avoid a fight or confrontation, so they're lying. That deceit, like, I feel like they're just flat out lying. Flat out lying. I just, boom. And you think something's over that is not over. That's the Death card. You think it's over, it's not over. I saw this, but I feel like this is literally why the Justice is doing. The Justice is saying we're just going to try to avoid a big full-out war here. It may not be about you arguing with this person, but it may be kind of like they don't want other people starting a fight either. So it may be like you might be caught in the middle a little bit. Kind of like if they tell you something or if you know what's going on, but it's like, are you a part of a group maybe? Are you getting lied to by proxy? Being lied to is still not fun, but what is really going on? Okay, let's find out. What is really going on with this situation? Like, why are we lying? Why is somebody lying? Like, what is the reason? Somebody's upset. Somebody's upset and they're losing their control of a situation. Somebody's like getting downgraded is what I'm getting. Again, like, if your situation that you're directly dealing with is inside the circle and the people you're dealing with are inside the circle, this is something outside that circle that's impacting what's going on to you. So keep that in mind, you know. Yeah, because I see somebody going from the King of Pentacles, and then the Four of Cups is right after it. That's the 4, yep. So they don't like what's happening, but it might be for the best. They're getting downgraded to the Page. That's quite the kick. That's quite the kick. Whoever's lying doesn't want this to be any worse than it already is. Somebody's getting downgraded drastically. I don't know exactly how that's happening. This could be a few different reasons for this. I'm getting, for some people, this might be disease. So, Maybe somebody just doesn't have the energy or the mental faculties anymore, and it's really not their fault. It could be something like that, and the justice is kind of like, we don't want people to know about these vulnerabilities right now. We just don't think it's the time for that to be known, so they're hiding it. People are very upset. The people who know what's going on, seems to be a lot of people who are upset about what's going on and why. There's a lot of heartache. It says broken heart, heartache, Three of Swords is this kind of card right here. That's how I take it anyway. Not fun. You could actually give the Ten of Swords that too, but I don't know. I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling more Three of Swords energy with that one. I'm very intuitive. That's how I go. But you know what? This is what we're heading for. The end is coming. Something is, once it's done, once the lowering of this is done, I don't see it coming back. Some people dealing with this situation may not want to accept that or may not realize that. One of the two, maybe a little bit of both. Who knows? There's the need to go back to the way things were, and I feel like that's just a dream. Is this the Six of Cups? It's the need to go back to the way things were, but I feel like it's the equivalent of going back to when you were, 12 years old before life got really complicated, for example, maybe. For some of you, I know that's not the case, but you know what I mean. You can't really go back to when you were 12 years old. You have different responsibilities. You really can't live life that way, where you're just kind of like, I'm just going to get my homework done, go home, eat a piece of pizza, and call it a day. That's not really, you have some curricular activities if you're lucky, but now life's different. You have different responsibilities. You have bills to pay, places to go, people to take care of. You just don't have those responsibilities the same way. It's different now. This is the same type of thing. You can't go back. People might get stuck in that for a while. Be aware of it. People keep dreaming and thinking of ways we could go back to the way it was. Back to the way it was. The 7 with the 6 together in this situation kind of makes me feel ill. Like this is not productive. This is not productive. This is not helping things. I don't really know if you really have anything to do with fixing it. Do you? I feel like you might be also, the sooner you come to the realization, the Death card came out again. This time it came out in the cards. I didn't realize it was here. This is not going to go backwards. It's not going to go back to the way it was. When you realize that, it changes how you move forward. I feel like it's going to take you some time to really grasp what that means for your life. I feel like as it keeps moving forward, you're going to realize more and more what that means for you. And you're just going to naturally make different decisions. You're not going to overthink it. Once you accept it, I don't see you overthinking it. I see you just kind of naturally well, that's how this is now, and that's not going to be like that anymore, so this is what I'm going to do. I don't see you overthinking it. I just see you moving forward once you've accepted it. I see you going from the King of Cups to the Page of Swords, which is interesting. You really like the way there's something here where you wanted this to be better than it is, but I feel you more going to the analytical, not getting too emotionally upset about it, kind of like, well, this is what it is and this is what we have to accept, and just kind of rolling with the punches as they come towards you, and kind of like weaving and bobbing, and kind of like, I'm just going to avoid this and that, and I'm going to make, now that I realize this is what it is, I'm going to kind of probably start distancing myself from it appropriately, whatever that means for you. You really did like it the way it was, though, is what I'm also getting. It seems like it was better the way it was. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling for this. It was better the way it was. Take it with a grain of salt. I mean, it's a general read, right? Yeah, because I see once you accept it, it doesn't take a lot of thought. You're not going to overthink it. You're just going to be like, well, that's how this is, so this is what I'm going to do. Things are changing. Other people might be stuck and having a hard time dealing with it. That doesn't mean you have to be too. See it for what it is. I feel like if you read between the lines a little bit, you'll know what the truth is here. I feel like I'm trying not to do that. But I feel like if you do read between the lines, you kind of see where it's going. Once you accept it, you'll be fine. Other people may not. That's their business. People will come to the truth as they need to, when they're ready to, when it's their time to. The timing will work out for them as it needs to. I don't see you really convincing anybody of anything at this point with whatever this subject is, because there is some lie. There's a bit of lies. There's deceit and lies going on here. That has to work out the way it has to work out. You don't have to get caught up in it. People will address it as necessary when they need to. I also see like things start to get really stagnant with that indecision. It's almost like we're waiting for somebody else to make a decision, a person who no longer can do that. And things don't really move anymore. Things just really get kind of like stale water. Like if you leave water in a bowl for like a week or so, it just gets kind of nasty. That's kind of how this is going to go. But again, once you understand what's going on here and you see it for what it is, it's not going to take a lot of thought. You're just going to be like, well, that's how this is, and this is why I'm going to do this. And you're just going to, I feel like you're going to kind of keep it to yourself anyway. And I think you'll be fine. But the trick is to see it sooner rather than later. It is what it is. It's not, I don't really feel like the fault, at least I don't feel it for Sagittarius. Nothing here is your fault, but it's kind of like other people are going to try to think of ways out of this and think ways around this and think ways to bring the past back. I just feel like it's not going to happen. So once you see it for what it is, you'll do what you need to do, and that's how that'll work out. I keep trying to find a better way out of this. I'm noticing that. I don't think it's there. For your part in this situation, it's just seeing it for what it is, and you'll do what you need to do. Once you see it for what it is, you'll do what you need to do, and that'll be that. Okay. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.